Welcome back. It has been another minute again between the last episode and this one, but Bo Bayless,
Sen Coleman.
we're back with Mind Over Metal. Today's going to be a pretty quick one. We're mostly just going to talk about stuff we're looking forward to, how the blog's going, and then we're going to get a lot more into externals.
Yes. Apologies for the late uploads. We've been very busy with life and midterms and a bunch of other stuff. That's
Anatomy class kills you, man.
Yeah. You were showing me your notes the other day, right?
Yeah, no, those assignments are... but either way, we are back. And Sen, you had a really, really good ending to your block.
Oh, yeah.
And not just in the one that we are talking about, but all your lifts. Your double today.
Yeah.
Yes. Yesterday looked
Yeah.
so easy for a PR.
It was. I honestly...
Yeah, talk about them in any order you want.
I think starting with the squat.
SBD style.
Let's just do SBD, yeah. So for my week 4, I hit 280 kilos or 616 pounds for a double on squat, and that actually moved really well. I'm very happy with how it moved.
You should be. It was ridiculously well moved.
So I think discussing with my coach, we'll probably be pushing to 640 next block. We'll see
for a single or double?
For a single. We'll see where the top end is.
That's
for sure.
Right.
Bench ended the block 390 double on bench. That was very good.
Which is low key way more impressive than your 405 at this body weight too.
I would agree. I would argue that it is more impressive.
Even if you were at the same body weight, it probably still would have, just because of how exponential the jumps are once you get up to the 400s. But between because if you're benching 150 for 2, you're probably only going to be able to hit 155, 160. But once you're hitting 390 for 2, that's probably 415.
Yeah.
Low key. But it was
the gap
at a lighter body weight, because you're 15 pounds lighter.
Last time I hit 405, when I hit 405 for the first time, I was 245 pounds. And then now I did my 390 double at 227 pounds body weight.
Nearly 20 pounds difference?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's a really good sign.
It's a very good sign.
Do you think you adapted to your new leverages really well?
Yes, I would definitely say I'm a better lifter at this body weight. I just feel a lot better, and I feel like I can do more, just everyday life stuff as well. I'm not sweating as much, and I just find that my total quality of health has gone up.
We've both been on a pretty good cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, over this, and it's definitely been worth.
Deadlifts as well have definitely been beneficial for my leverages.
The deadlift.
I finally joined the 300 or 660 club on deadlift.
Actually, that's such a big milestone.
Yeah,
That's the milestone.
It honestly is for a lot of people. It's kind of the lift in powerlifting that when someone does it, people are like, "This is serious. This
guy can compete at high level now."
This is the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get into that point, I feel.
And now you're getting into the category where you're lifting more than the normal person could if they
trained,
dedicated to. This is where your genetics are really showing. A lot.
Exactly. Yeah, you're starting to see a little bit more of the upper ceiling of my genetics.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is I have no clue how far I can go. So I'm excited to see.
How easy that 660 was, with how young you are, and how much you could fill out your weight class. That's the biggest thing to me. You have a long way to fill out your weight class, dude.
100%. And you as well, bro. I mean,
I've got a minute.
I'm excited to see where your deadlift goes over the next few years.
Oh, dude, I appreciate it. Yeah. Man. I think the deadlift will eventually become something really special with mine. But that's a crazy block, dude.
Unreal block. So but we should be talking about yours.
Oh, true. The block is going pretty well. I'm 12 pounds lighter.
Wow.
Than when I competed.
Yeah.
And I did that by accident. I didn't actually mean to cut. And dude, I'll show you this picture I showed it to you the other day.
Yes, you did.
I am pretty
He's
damn
ripped.
lean right now.
Dude's ripped, bro.
But I did it by accident because I was eating so fucking much to the competition that I just kind of didn't like eating for a bit. Yeah, I was just like, damn, this has kind of been annoying.
Yeah.
Because I was eating 45 a day.
No, that's completely fair, dude.
Yeah, and now, and it also kind of like low-key feels good to be hungry again sometimes instead of just, oh my god, I'm stuffed all the time and I still have to eat more. It's like, oh, and I do feel lighter on my feet.
Yeah.
It feels a lot better. And that's the only time I've ever been 200 pounds in my life.
Really?
That's the first time I ever was 200 pounds was at that competition.
Wow, dude. How did it feel?
Big. I felt very big, but my physique feels so much better now. I was joking around with Carly, my girlfriend, that I was like, I think I beat body dysmorphia. I was like, being this lean, I'll look better, of course. I'm not, some bodybuilder. I'm not as jacked as you or Kyle or anything, but I was like, if I can look this good right now, feeling this good and lifting this much, I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no. I think the biggest change for body dysmorphia for me was actually shaving my chest. I woke up one morning, I took the razor, just went up one side of my pec, and I'm like, no turning back now. And I haven't looked back since.
You regularly shave your chest now?
Yeah, I trim it. And like I have a body shaver and stuff. I have a back shaver.
Oh, that's cool.
But I've also just found it's a little bit more hygienic. I think I prefer it, and honestly, it helps with muscle definition so much. That was the big thing for me. Like my body dysmorphia basically disappeared the second I shaved my chest.
Because now you realize how jacked you are.
Yes, and I hadn't thought about it before. It was almost like coming out of my own shell.
That's interesting. I could totally see that though, because you are a hairy dude.
Yeah, I am.
I have chest hair, but it's what you would expect a young guy's chest hair. It's not much.
Yeah.
And so any progress I see at all, I see, and I think it would definitely help. I can get that.
Yeah.
Squats are feeling all right. Mm-hmm. My left knee has been giving me a little trouble though. Ooh. I'm curious if that's just me lifting heavy now that I'm lighter.
I think it could be maybe a little bit that there's less pressure on your knees.
Yeah.
If you're for the biggest thing I noticed was my knees don't hurt as much after losing that much weight.
I think it's something like that, or also I'm getting used to those sets of 8 on tempo.
Yeah. And
that might just be like getting used to. I did hit my
8 sets of 8 on tempos.
Yes, and up to I think next week I do it at 275, 285.
Jesus.
It's not going to be. I dread it, but you absolutely should have a day in your training that you dread and are scared of.
Yeah. No, 100%.
If you don't have a day where you're actually genuinely worried about how it's going to go, and you're like, damn, I'm really going to have to kick my ass to do this, you're probably not training hard enough.
I heard something where it's like, every now and then you have to experience, this is just like general philosophy, but you have to do something that gives you fear, or like fear of physical harm. Like for me, a few days ago, I tried dock jumping for the first time.
I saw that.
That was scary. That was genuinely one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life, and it's made me so
I cringed. Yeah, I cringed in fear.
My parents definitely did not approve of it. That's why I told them after the fact I did it. But based, yeah. I think also like in training as well, like if your stuff doesn't scare you or if your goals don't scare you, they aren't big enough. And
when it comes to like mental stuff with powerlifting, people often forget that like your CNS drive is mental. Like you are most of your training is training your central nervous system, your brain, to be better at feeling out these weights and make it easier.
Mr. Sports Psychologist.
Yes, sir. So it's like you truly are, like when it comes to training your mind in powerlifting, it really is the sport of training your mind, both in like mentality and a literal physical sense with your central nervous system. It needs to be pushed.
Yeah, 100%.
It needs to be pushed hard.
you need to have that level of commitment to it, but at the same time, there's several other things you have to consider that if you are pushing yourself to that level,
Fatigue's a big one.
Fatigue's a big one. Everything else has to be in the right place in the right time, and that's where we're going to start talking a little bit more about externals.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to externals in powerlifting, it's important to know to push yourself, but you have to understand within the context of like how much you can actually do on the day. That doesn't mean you're gonna walk in the gym and walk out with like a bloody nose or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go on.
Sorry about
that.
No,
go on.
If you are if your nutrition's off, you're getting 5 hours of sleep a night, and you are not like on top of your sort of like say alcohol consumption or substance consumption, whatever, you are not going to be able to push your top end.
Yeah.
And if you are an athlete and you are committed enough to that, you should understand that there are some things that you kind of have to sacrifice a little bit if you really want to actually get to that point. That was something I was talking with my dad earlier in the day, where we were talking about my dock jumping in, it was literally this morning, and he said like, look, you are an athlete, you have to, he's like, it's fun to see you do that, but you don't want to mess up something that means that much to you over something stupid.
True. Imagine you like broke your tibia or something.
Exactly. And that's the dangerous thing for me is I like to show off sometimes. And I think it can be difficult to get behind not being able to do certain things.
Yeah.
And that's something I've found balance with recently, or I'm trying to find balance with, is making sure that my externals are in my control and that I still have a good social life. And
which is an external that matters a lot more than you think when it comes to your training, when it comes to being an athlete.
Yeah.
Your social life, recovery involves relaxing. Mm-hmm. It involves lower cortisol, as much of a meme as that's become.
As much of a meme as you want cortisol to be released at the times that you want to be released at.
When you're doing a 1 rep max, when you are really going hard in a set, different stuff. Mm-hmm. But recovery involves relaxing, and we're social creatures. It's going to involve people. But no, the externals matter a lot. I have really been thinking about the sacrifice stuff a lot more when it comes to it, because one thing that I really have been having to sacrifice a lot is time with my girl sometimes.
Yeah.
And that one, and she doesn't mind or anything. She knows that this is what I'm going to do for my whole life. She's full in on everything.
She understands your commitment and is respectful of
it. She's just like, I'd expect you to do this. You're supposed to care about this. And it's harder for me to be like, oh, I really want to stay home and watch anime with her. We haven't hung out, because we get 1 day a week where we both aren't working and we have the same day.
Yeah.
1 day a week, and other than that, she works till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so, or I work till 10 o'clock. So it's hard to like force myself to be like, I'm going to get up and go train on Sunday.
Yeah.
I have to get it done. But if you do it, you're doing what other people aren't doing. That's literally putting you ahead of your competition.
Yeah.
Because most people won't do that.
Yeah. I mean, the bar is literally on the floor. When you see sort of the expectations to be successful and to be at a certain level for things, most people aren't going to understand it. But that's the whole part of it, where if you are doing something that you care about and you're passionate about, people aren't going to understand it for a while. And my parents didn't understand my obsession with powerlifting for quite some time. They kind of were like, well, you like work out and stuff, but I don't understand like why, like what's the point here? And then
why'd you put this energy into finding a job?
Yeah, I mean, they're like, look at a career. Look at this, look at that, and I'm like, I can do both. Like, what it's
hard, but you can.
I had to prove to my parents, like, I'm able to handle both of these. It's worth the investment, and I'm able to do it. And whether or not my parents approved of powerlifting, like, I would have pursued it either way, because that's my passion. And
it's a part of who you are. Especially nowadays, we care a lot about identity, and that's a huge aspect of both our identities.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't be who we are without powerlifting.
Exactly. It really formed, honestly, my habits, how I handle substances like caffeine, for instance, and being smart with what you take and what you don't take. Let's say, for instance, like I'm not going to take 800 milligrams of caffeine and go to class. That's horrible.
Yeah, that shit, I can't imagine.
Nope. I've done my fair research of this stuff, and it also leads to just being smart with what you put in your body and with what food you consume, what supplements you take, everything that you do. It's made me more aware of how my body works, how my body reacts to stuff, and it's helped me optimize my health in a lot of different ways. And I'm like, sure, there's some things I can't do very well, like I'm not the best with inclines or like with hikes necessarily, but that I still go out and I do those things with my friends because it's fun, and I try my best. And I think, like, for me, the trade-off is people saying like, are you willing to sacrifice these sort of things that like most people do just to like lift heavier stuff? I'm like, hell yes.
There's so you for some reason you get so much out lifting that heavy stuff.
Yeah,
you get so much out of it for some reason.
It's clarity. It's like when it's the same reason why people climb mountains. It's the same reason why people go into sort of like prohibited areas like trespassing and like urban exploring.
Push the limit.
Push the limit, see what happens, but be smart about it.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few things. One thing I was telling you about before the pod, but I've been cutting back on and changed. That I was just thinking about it. It's like, if I really want to be a pro athlete one day, why am I doing this when it's just going to set it further back?
Exactly. And
like, you can have fun. Like I said, stress relief is part of recovery, but you really have to pick and choose what's going to be fun and not going to be detrimental.
Exactly. And I think the biggest thing for me recently when it comes to controlling my externals is actually silence. I listen to a lot of music, and for a large majority of the day I'll have my headphones on and I'm listening to something. Or I feel like in some ways I have to fill that space when I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
However, I struggle with silence, and I think giving my own brain space to breathe and to think and be bored is something that I struggle with. And it's also, I feel, an ADHD thing. Because
very much so.
When you look at like our brains and stuff, our brains have a deficit of dopamine in it, and we crave that stimulation.
And then we become dependent on it from an outside source.
Exactly. You get that. You want to get that validation. You want to have people be like, "That's cool," or like this, and that, like gesture maxing, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Not to use that term, but
I did not expect that. But you are right. Well, a lot of people with ADHD have that not good enough mentality with themselves, because you change interests so fast and you want to be the best at them so much and you change them so quick that you can't usually get the best at them. And then to truly focus on one thing is such a great effort for you that if you seek that validation from others, even though they might not find it as hard mentally, it's something very difficult for you.
100%, dude. And as well as that, when it comes to having ADHD, I've kind of stopped having people try and understand it or understand me, rather than I just want people to acknowledge it.
Like that it's a factor.
Yes, 100%. Instead of trying to understand what I do, I'd rather have people just see what I do. But I think finding contentness in what I do with myself rather than having that outside validation has been the hardest struggle, and really trying to figure out how I can validate myself and really be sort of comfortable with myself and saying I'm cool, like I can do this. I don't need someone to tell me that if I'm telling myself that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the only person you have is yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And it's also really easy to be mean to yourself.
Oh, 100%.
It's so easy to just beat yourself up and be like, I'm an idiot, I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah.
You have to have the ability to give yourself a win.
I think the way you can look at it is when it comes to negative self-talk, which is another external to think about, is if you put your childhood self in front of you, would you talk the way that you talk to yourself?
I literally said that to my girl last night.
Yeah.
When I was, because I was at the leanest I had been ever last night, and I was kind of freaking out, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was like, holy shit, I never would have thought I would have looked like this after 2 years.
It feels like you don't deserve to kind of have that. In
Exactly.
Some ways. I get that.
Yeah, but luckily my girl was also, she was like making me do a runway and shit, and she was like, come on, show off. But I told to her, because I always joke around, I looked like Mark Zuckerberg when I was a kid, dude. I was a skinny kid with a crew cut, bad hairline. I was not muscular at all. And if I would have seen me from if high school me would have seen me, he would shit his pants.
Same.
And exactly. And yet we still feel like we haven't done enough a lot of the time, and that's just being human. You know, that's part of the human experience. But you have to be able, you should look at it from that perspective sometimes of not what I haven't accomplished yet, of how far I've come from where I started.
Exactly. If you asked me, say, 2 years ago, wow, I squatted 365. I can bench 50 pounds over that. That's
like,
insane.
No shot.
Yeah, I'd be like, what? There's no way. And I think at the end of the day, what a lot of powerlifters do struggle with is self-talk. And really, when you get into that point of you're attempting like a max weight, or you are attempting sort of these high level sort of lifts for yourself where you're pushing your limits, you can't talk negatively to yourself.
You cannot doubt yourself.
If you get under that bar with anything less than 100% commitment, you are not going to hit that lift.
Especially at competition.
If you say to yourself, I haven't done this before and I'm scared of how it's going to go, rather than saying, let's get out there and do it. Just get out there, get under the bar. After that point, it's
and let
whatever.
yourself be a little delusional.
Yeah.
Let yourself be a little delusional. It's necessary.
There's nothing wrong with failing a lift. It happens all the time, but
that you usually learn more from it.
Exactly. It's just data at the end of the day. And you're just like, where did I go wrong? Oh, here? Well, here's what we can do now. And it gives your coach also better feedback.
Yeah, no, and especially communicate with your coach. Communicate with your coach.
Communicate with your coach.
Biggest things.
Yeah.
Over communicate rather than under communicate. I have a tendency to have a problem not necessarily communicating, but within a timely manner.
Yeah.
That's something I'm trying to work on.
I struggle with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting stuff emailed in like the same day.
Yeah, or like I'll send in my videos a day late.
Yeah.
And stuff. And another thing, I'm pretty bad about filling out my sheet for accessories.
Yeah, same. Don't worry about it.
Because I'm just like, damn, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
The only ones I care about are like dumbbell bench and leg press. Because I finally did 700 for 12. Pretty happy.
On leg press?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Pretty happy. And paused the last rep.
God damn.
It was pretty. And dude, Jake did 1,000
the
other day. Jake's crazy. Have you seen his old bodybuilding pictures?
Yeah, dude. He's a monster.
He's a
Jake,
monster.
Shout out Jake, bro. We should get him on here sometime.
We actually should. He would be a sick guy to have.
Having a different perspective as well.
Yeah, because he's way more. He's competed in bodybuilding.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, and so
the mentality behind it, I think, is similar, but also
it's directed differently though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they definitely have a similar mindset, but it's different direction, and also the bodybuilding scene is very different than the powerlifting scene culturally. They are very different cultures.
I would say like the differences in vanity and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot, and no shade to bodybuilders, I way prefer talking about bodybuilders than powerlifters most of the time. But a lot of the time they dislike you a lot more if you're better than them.
Because it's a vanity sport.
Yeah.
I mean, and
it's subjective.
It's a vanity sport. You are judged on how you look.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily how you perform, it's how you look. That's why I always say bodybuilding's an art, powerlifting's an expression. But I'd say both of them can be art
Artistic.
Yes.
I,
It's
I
a
was,
medium.
I was having a hard time with that a while because when I first fell in love with powerlifting, I was talking about how it might be an art, and then I kind of went to your idea later on of being like, okay, that's a bit of over exaggeration, but it can be an expression of artistic emotion. I've definitely seen some lifts that made me emotional.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen some. I mean, so Sunita's
Yeah.
squat, that shit, not necessarily like sad emotional, but that got me
Fired up.
fired up.
Yeah. I think honestly in some ways like a lot of strength sports it's an art medium and it's something that hasn't been I think tapped into yet. It would be really cool to do some sort of creative directing on sort of like meets and stuff with different sort of expression, different mediums. Like say you do it out somewhere in like the middle of the desert or just like having these different things.
Yeah. That's why I love local comps.
Yeah.
Because they're so unique a lot of the time. But you know, I agree. There's a lot more. Powerlifting is only starting to not become niche, and so there's a lot more we can develop in terms of how it's shown as a medium.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think bodybuilders have over us is that they've explored the artistic side.
Yeah.
A lot more.
100%.
And then strongman, they just are their venues are always different, and that shit's just always the different competition to competition. You have no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I mean.
But yeah, those are a lot of the externals. Sleep is a big one. We're both sleep deprived.
We are both very
Me
sleep
a little worse because my cats were biting me when I was sleeping last night to keep me awake to play. It was pissing me off so much. But I remember when I finally decided, because I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
I'm someone that I really dislike going to bed. I see it as like a waste of my time, essentially.
Yeah.
And I really had to shift my mentality for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, it's just so important. And when I finally started sleeping again is when I made the like biggest leaps in my progress.
Yeah.
When I was getting 8-9 hours of sleep a night.
My body starts to fall apart if I don't sleep enough. Like my joints hurt, everything just hurts, bro.
Yeah, dude, I have to take a nap today before I bench or else I know it's gonna be bad.
Yep, exactly, dude. It's anabolic. Watch your externals. Make sure you are talking positively to yourself as well. I mean,
oh yeah.
You have to. Externals aren't just the physical things; it's the mental things as well. And there's been some blocks where I've really struggled with my mental health and performed the best I did. But
I think you're gonna remember that training for that for like your whole life because
that's my outlet.
That was like the most impressive shit I've seen in a bit. It was not just your performance, but how you got through.
Yeah.
That block. It was knowing like the smaller details. It was really impressive.
Yeah,
for that competition.
It was difficult, but yeah.
It's for the difficult, bro.
It's for the difficult. That's a good one, yeah.
As Kyriakos would say.
Oh yeah, dude, Kyriakos Grizzly, shout out him.
Dude, he makes me laugh so hard.
I love that guy, dude. He's so awesome.
But now going on to what we're excited for coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I have my end of the block next week. We are finally touching 500 pounds again. Yay. My coach voted on the poll as well for 505.
Okay.
So we're going to, I think you put 500, right? Or you 505?
I think I did 505.
That's fair, which I think is the most reasonable one.
Yeah.
Because I can compare it to that video you took. But I'll be 12 pounds lighter and it's a fatigued single.
It's different factors. It's like similar weight, different factors.
This would convince me that I'd be like 30 pounds stronger at 200 again if I hit this the same speed as I did back then. Like this just shows not necessarily I can do a heavier deadlift right now, but when I'm in competition mode, I will absolutely be able to do a lot more. Yeah. Which I'm not going to be in a bit. I probably won't compete again until December, the Western comp. Yeah. So I kind of just want to get strong as hell for the next 4 or 5 months. I just want to cook for a bit. Squats have been feeling a bit tough just with how light I am, but I think we're shaping up for a 385 double. will be very nice.
It's gonna be good, bro.
I think that will be a PR just because I used to not care about doubles. But
Yeah.
doubles or sorry, I think it's a 385 triple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which would be much nicer.
That
But
would be cool.
and then bench body weight matters so much for bench that I feel like when I get back up to my old weight, it'll be better. But the end of the block probably be having me hit like 2 plates.
Yeah.
Probably, which again would be a body weight PR. It would be
Yeah.
very nice. And then you have your easy week coming up.
I do. I'm gonna definitely use that week to start locking in more of my externals and nutrition, and just making sure my body's up to par before I go to my next block. In some ways, actually, I feel like, you know about, I think it was Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works group from like
I've heard of
the
it.
Cold War, where they were the ones that made the SR-71 Blackbird,
Oh, really?
and a bunch of that stuff was like declassified like years after. In some ways, like I feel like,
Was it like Freedom of Information Act?
yeah, basically, it's like they were working on some like top secret like sort of airplanes and stuff. I feel like in some ways, with how I'm progressing and how I'm managing to do stuff, I feel like I'm kind of like one of the planes in some
Oh,
ways.
yeah.
Yeah, like kind of just like under the radar and seeing what's gonna happen.
I like that. I like that a lot. Like you're staying. That's how I feel like I want to do with my blocks. Of just
Yeah.
like I don't care about expressing my strength yet.
Yeah.
I care about waiting, and when it's finally declassified, our strength, it's finally declassified, we shock everybody and be like, they could do this.
Yeah, exactly. Like people in my comments after I pulled 660 were like, "Wait, what? When did
Yeah,
this
because
happen?"
you haven't posted much of like heavy deadlifts past like 610.
Yeah, because my deadlift PR in competition back in February was
617?
618, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that I literally added 42 pounds to that in
How much of a comp PR was that?
that
That must have been a big comp PR.
that was an 18-pound PR.
Oh, so
And
the
then-
last one you had hit 600?
600, yeah.
That must have felt so sick.
It was, bro.
Dude,
And
you're
then I just casually fucking whoops. I'm just gonna keep that. I just fucking added like 42 pounds to that in 3 months.
You
So,
really, dude. I thought this block was pretty crazy for your progress, especially on bench.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing that made me. Your squats, I haven't kept up with as much. I know you're PR for 1 rep,
Mhm.
but I don't know your rep work as much. The deadlift, obviously, I was like, you told me about that. I was prepared for that.
Yeah.
The bench is what made me realize, because I knew you
Yeah.
told me when you hit 405, and it has not been that long at all.
No.
So seeing you double 390 at 20 pounds lighter, I'm just like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
block was good.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, bro. I think I might go a little bit more under the radar over these next few blocks, but I'm just excited to see what happens. Like, I don't even think I've reached my top end of strength.
No.
Deadlifts, there's definitely a few things I want to work out on that for sure.
You shouldn't do a PR on it again until 700.
That's kind of what I've been thinking about, at least 660 to 680. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens. It all depends on what my coach wants to do.
Yeah,
and
gotta
what
trust the
plan
coach.
is. Yeah, but it definitely will be attempted by the end of the year. I'm gonna tell you guys that. I'm attempting it. So
It has to happen at the Western Comp at least.
I could do that actually.
That's what you were saying, because Kyle and I will both pull. I low key think I'm gonna pull more than 600.
Yeah.
But I think I'll pull like something like 620.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle will definitely pull more than 600 by then.
Yeah.
And then like we'll just be the old guard in the back with the top 3 highest deadlifts and shit.
Yeah. See the new guys come in, bro. There's a lot of new people
This
coming
last
out.
competition was really good with the people. Like there were so many more 500-pound deadlifts than I thought.
Yeah, there's some anomalies at Western. Western,
It's a good strength school.
it is 100%, and honestly, like getting some stuff going to establish like an actual sort of powerlifting thing. I want to look at some like scholarships for people and say, hey, you should come through here, do this. If you are a strength athlete, you can get money for this.
Because that is becoming a thing. That is becoming a thing where you can get scholarships for being a strength athlete. It's finally getting recognized a bit.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that when I was applying for university, and it's really awesome to see more of like the younger guys just, going to these universities or getting offered these things for it. It's awesome to see that the sport's just growing.
And also just more younger people working out.
Yeah.
That there's never a negative to that.
There's never a negative for it.
Yeah.
Keeps them away from drugs, keeps them away from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you don't necessarily have, like, the best sort of social life or home life, like, the gym really helps. It honestly was the best thing I ever did was walking in there and picking up a dumbbell for the first time.
I think it's similar for me. I think the Western gym really helped a lot just because, like, now my whole friend group's there.
Yeah.
What you're going to have your open week, low key, we should film like a strongman day.
We could.
That'd be super fun. And post it on the channel. Just like, here's a trying log press.
Yeah.
Which I will fucking fail at.
Yeah.
But let's try Atlas Stones, yoke runs.
Let's get a group in.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Dude, Ian would go insane at that.
Ian's nuts. I think he's built for strongman.
He's absolutely built for strongman, especially who's giving us a look.
Huh?
Someone giving us a look over there.
Why are they like dressed up at 624?
But no, Ian is absolutely built for strongman, especially considering he deadlifts like 525 with no belt.
Yeah, no.
His bracing's insane.
Yeah, he's got a I think I have a few connections for him that he could talk to. What the hell is going on?
Also, Kyle was one of your side spotters yesterday, right?
He was. Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I saw his arm in the... Who was the other side spot?
It's this other dude I know. It was... Yeah. It was another dude from the gym.
And then I saw Ian that works with us, not Ian...
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him
Ian
watching.
was watching.
Maybe they've got a choir thing going on.
Should we go help?
I think, we should go help. But that marks the end.
I think that does mark the end.
I think that's a good way
to go ask real quick. Hold on. We'll catch you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Mind over Mel. See you.